So till now, you have understood about the basics of web development. But actually, as a web developer, what are we going to do? So as a web developer, we are going to maintain and build the front end and the back end part of a website. Now, what is front end or back end part? So in simple words, we can say that the front end part of the website is whatever the thing the user is showing on the website. Let's say I am opening this dribble.com and I can see a page is being loaded. We are having a beautiful um, uh, s- beautiful nav bar and a number of pictures like this, a number of pictures, and if we scroll down we are seeing these links. So whatever we are seeing is the front end part. These are the front end part what we are seeing. Now what is back end part of the website? So back end part is, so take an example. um, let's click on this icon, sign up icon. So after clicking this sign up icon, we are being directed to another page where we need to register our name, our username, password, and then create account. So whenever the create account button is being pressed, an event is being triggered. At that point of time, all the information that we have set in these boxes are being sent to that company. Now how the company is going to see and how the company is going to check who the user is and what its email is, what his username is, that all includes in the backend part of the website. Now backend part I will be teaching you somewhat later. Now let's continue with the front end part. So for building the front end part, we are, as I have told you, that we are going to learn HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Now for that we require an IDE, and my suggest for you is to download the IDE Visual Studio Code. So this is famous IDE that every one of you might be aware about. So you just click on this layer, you just click on the link and you will be directed. Click on downloads. You will be directed to another page where you need to install this Visual Studio Code. If you're having Windows, then click on this, or Mac, you can click on this. So whatever it is, download it and then install it in your system. So after installing this in the system, it will be looking like this. Since I made a project, it is being looking like this, but after, okay, I'm showing you. Let's make a folder. Okay, first we are going to build a project on HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So first start with HTML part. Now for that I need to create a folder. Okay, I am starting with command prompt, opening command prompt. My suggestion is to you is learn how the command prompt, how to work with command prompt, because it will be used a lot somewhat later in your life when you are going if you are going in a development part. It will be used most of the time. So I will be moving to my desktop and I will be creating a project. Make dir project 1. Now I will be moving into my project 1. Now I need to create a HTML file. Now how I am going to create a HTML file using command prompt? So for that you will be using type. Okay, whatever I am saying, whatever I am doing in command prompt, this is for Windows. For Mac, you need to use any other command line, that like ls or other line. So type null. Okay, for let my name of the file is index.html. Okay, so my file is being created. My folder is being created, and inside that folder index.html file is being created. Now I am going to open my folder. So for that I need to just type code dot. My Visual Studio Code is open now. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, now it will be looking like this. Fine. So index.html file is being opened. Now my work is to start with code. Okay. So for that, first, if you are also getting the same screen as I am getting, then continue and just type shift exclamation and click on it. Now what is this? Okay, so these are the predefined, you can say a predefined codes which tell the browser that what type of file actually it is. So doc type HTML means it tells the browser that this is an HTML file. Now whatever you are seeing, this head, body, these are termed as tags in HTML. Okay. Now you don't need to write all this thing, but you can write, it's up to your choice. We are getting a title. Okay, what the title tag says. Now till now, if you have created this thing, you can just check it how it is actually looking. So for checking it how it is actually looking, just use copy path. Okay, first right hover on this and click copy path. The copy path, after selecting it, go to your page and now paste this URL. Okay, so my page is being opened. Now whatever you are, now what are you seeing? This URL. This URL says about the path where the file is actually present in your folder. Now what does index.html says? So index.html is nothing but like the name of the file that you are where you are doing the work. Okay, so up till this much you have done, it's fine. Now we are going to start with HTML codes. So you need to remember that in HTML language, first of all, HTML is not a programming language. It's a markup language. So how it is different from other programming language, like whatever you are studying, like in Java, in Python, where you are having a compiler, interpreter, objects, whatever that is. But in HTML, you are just having the a collection of tags and attributes which build the website. Now, one thing that I have forgot to tell you, that can you build a website, a fully fledged front-end website without JavaScript? Yes, you can build it. Can you build a website without CSS? Yes, you can obviously build it. But can you build a website without HTML? No, you can never build a website without HTML. So remember this thing. Now I am going to start with HTML code. Whatever the HTML contents we are going to write for the website, we are going to input it in the body tag, inside the body tag. So you can see this is the starting part of the body tag and this is the ending part of that body tag, which is being ended by a backslash beside a body tag name. So let's say I am typing something hello world. Okay, so if I click save, now in the similar way I copy the path and I paste it. Yes. So you can see the hello world name appears in this path. So this is how you are going to build all the codes in web development. So let us continue with building the codes. So first tag that comes in HTML is division tag. You can consider this division is a section inside a body tag. You can consider it like this. So whatever you are writing here, it is being represented in the similar way as the previous work we have done. So remember that a tag in HTML can be repeated uh, at least infinite time. At most infinite time it can repeat itself. So we can write thousands of other division tag inside HTML. We can also write a number of other tags inside HTML a number of ways. So the first tag that comes here is division tag, as I have told you. Now similarly I am writing another division tag, and I am writing something hello, let's say hello HTML. If we just go to our page and then refresh it, yes, so we have seen that two texts are there, hello world and hello HTML. Now these two divisions, now in order to, now you can see that these two divisions are completely same. Now how to differentiate this two division? Suppose I am saying that hello world is under the division tag. Okay, hello HTML is also under the division tag. Now how to differentiate these two division? For that our HTML um, gives us a special type of attribute named as class attribute. So for that we are using just class, and let's say I'm writing first, and I am defining this division with a name like second. So we are just giving this division or this section a predefined name to make ourselves understand more clearly how our code is working. So as you can see, nothing is changed. Just we are assigning a name to this both division tag. Now the second type of tag which comes in HTML is a section tag. So you can consider this this section as similar to the division tag, because all of this will have a content inside it. So, but it's different in if we consider is in the theory concept, like division comes under the section can have a multiple division tag. You can consider like this, but both are similar. It holds data. It holds a number of line of codes. So you can write something like section hello, I am starting with web development. Okay, so I'm refreshing this page. Yes, so you can see this is a division tag. The hello world, hello HTML is also in the division tag, and hello I'm starting with web development is inside the section tag. Okay, so three tags are done. Now the fourth tag that comes in our mind is heading tag. Now why heading tag? So let's say you are creating a web page where you need to write some heading, like if you are creating a tourist website, so you need to write a heading that this is a tourist website, or this or assign some name for the tourist website. So for that we use heading tag. So for understanding for how the heading tags look, so heading tag as the name suggests, so H will be the first thing, and as you can see a number of other heading tags also comes, like H1, H2, H3, H6. So what are all these things? So heading tags has a range from 1 to 6, where 1 is the highest and 6 is the lowest. Now how H1 or H2, H3, H4 are different? Because they are different on the front size. So let me write something so that you can understand it more clearly. So this is a heading tag. Fine. I am copying this line and I am pasting it for 6 times. Okay. So it will be H2, um, H2, H3, H4, h5 and h6. Okay, just remove this line. This is will be h6, this is h5, this is h4, this is h3. Fine. So I have saved it, and I'm going to my website, and I'm going to refresh this. Yes. So as I have told you that heading tags differs on the font size. So as you can see, for the multiple heading tags, we are getting a different font size. So this is how our heading tags differ from the other. Now the second tag that comes, now the fifth tag that comes in our mind is paragraph tag. Now for heading, now this is a concept like when you are building a website, you are assigning a name, you are assigning a heading to that, you are assigning a heading to the section. Now what it can be the maximum length of that heading, because whatever the worst case come, you cannot write a whole para in that heading tag, because the website will look too awful. So for that, a paragraph tag is there inside HTML, which can hold a multiple line of codes, means multiple line of texts, multiple line of text inside. We can write multiple line of text inside the paragraph tag. So how you can write? So a similar way for paragraph tag starts with P. Now let's say I am going to write a large grade line of code, a line of text. So let's say I'm writing lorem. So how I did it? I just typed the name LO and just click it. So you can see predefined, you can say predefined arbitrary paragraph is being generated, whatever. So I am clicking on save, and then again moving to my web page and refreshing it. So you can see that this line has a large number of text, so we are writing it in the paragraph tag. Fine. Now the sixth tag is header tag and footer tag. So let's take you to this website, as I have told you, Dribbble. So as you can see, 1 minute. So as you can see that this website, or every website, has three parts. First is the heading part, the second part is the main content part, and the last part comes is the footer part. So our HTML provides us a predefined tag which can make those line of codes different from the rest. So first thing is that comes is heading tag. So heading tag means header tag. So for that we using header, and you can write a number or many things like this. And another thing that comes is footer tag, FOOTER. So you can also write here a number of line of codes, and you can just move to it and just refresh the page. So you can see that how this website is looking. So this is this is just a theory concept, you can say. You can to make the user more interactive with HTML, this a number of tags were being created, because the same thing we can do with header tag, because the thing that we can do with division tag, the same thing we can do with the header tag. So it's just to it was just being mentioned here to make the user more comfortable by using header tag instead of using division tag, so that they can differentiate all the other line of codes. So for that, so we have talked about a large number of tags. Now the fourth tag that comes is input tag. So what is input tag? And this is one of the important tags that we will encounter much in while making the website. So what is input tag? So let's visit this website again. As you can see that whenever I am getting this website and I am getting a box where I am going to search something. So this is nothing but the input tag. Okay, so let's click on sign up button. So, so these are also a input tag. These are text input tag. These are also a text input tag. This is email input tags. This is password input tags. So these are the tags, or we can say the input box where the user will enter some of the details. Now there are a wide range of input tags. So let's create a division, and I am referring it as class. Giving it as name as input tags. Fine. And now I'm going to talk about the input tag. So first, our input, as a name suggests, the input tag is going to start with input, and if we just enclose it, oh sorry, just enclose it and click on save. If you reload that page, yes, so you can see a predefined input box is being created where you can enter your name, your number, your whatever that is, text and the numbers you can enter. Now, to differentiate the input tags, we use an attribute, that is type. So what is a type attribute? It's an attribute inside the input tag where the user is going, which allows the user to enter the type of input that they need. So suppose I am writing here type and I am referring it to as text. So you can see that is like a text input box is being created where the user can write any text. Now if I just copy this and I just write, because our HTML have a large number of types, input types. So I am going to writing number and I'm refreshing this page. So you can see I'm going to write number. I can increase the value and decrease the value. But if I write text, I'm typing text. I'm typing something. Some text I'm typing, but I'm not getting any response in this tag. Why? Because this input tag is having a type number. So only number we can enter. This input tag is having text. So all the text we can enter. So it may be number. So since this input tag is having text, we can only enter text, and while on the other hand this input tag is having a number, so we can only enter number. Now the other types of input tags, let me copy this. So the other type of input tags available are like range, then date, next like button, like color, like radio. So we are having a large number of input tags, but I'm going to just refer few of these because so many input tags are there. I cannot refer every one of them. So basic concept of input tags I am giving. So since I have done, let me just save it and then go to this page and then refresh. Okay. So what you are seeing this is an input tag which is having a type text. This is having a type of number. This is having a type of range. This is having a type of date. This is having, this is a type button. This is having a type color, while this is a type checkbox. So these are some basic type of inputs, the type of types. So these are some basic type of inputs that you will encounter whenever you are doing whenever you are building any website. Now the other type of tags that comes in my mind, like, let me remove this first. Change this. Okay, change this type. Let refer to as fifth. Now you have seen that for input, for writing some text, we are having a input tag. But suppose we need to write a paragraph, like suppose we need to write some stories inside any, suppose we are writing any blog post, so we need to write this inside a large text box. Now since you have just seen that in input text box we can just write a simple line of codes, so how we can write a large number of lines? So for that we are having another tag in HTML referred to as text area. So this is a type of you can say input, this is a type of you can say text box where you can enter a large number of, where you can type a large number of inputs. Now let me save it and refresh the page. So yes, so you can see that our text area has been created. Now it can, the length can be increased, decreased, whatever you can do. Now within text area we are having some few attributes, the number of columns and the number of rows. You can refer this or you can't, it's up to your choice. So how you are going to do this? Let's say column. So how many number of columns you want to provide? Let's say 20. Next, say rows. How many numbers of rows? Let's say 10. Now save it. So just refresh it. So you can see our text box is being created, which is having a length of 10, which is having number of rows 10 and number of columns 20. So it has been adjusted by that. Now you can also increase and decrease, but when you just refresh this page it will automatically set to that dimension. Now the fourth now the seventh tags that come, now the other tags, like uh, after text area we are having a tag name select tag. Now select tag is having another tag named as option. So what is this select tag is? Suppose you suppose you are having you have to choose a number between a large set of numbers that is provided to you. So how you are going to this, you have how you are going to do this, you have to select a particular answer. So for that we are using the option tag. Now how this works, let's say in first option I am giving 20. Now I'm changing this, let's say I'm giving this 30, 40, 50 and 60. Let's save it and refresh this page. Yes, so just check here, a select tag is being created where you can select the numbers that are provided to you. So I'm selecting 40, I'm getting this. Next tag in HTML is table tag. Now suppose we want to create a table having rows and columns. So how you are going to do that? So for that HTML provides a tag named as table. Inside the table, what instance do we have? We have a row, we have columns. So we refer rows with tr tag, and we refer column with td tag. Now, okay, so I am creating a simple table. Let's say td, sorry, I am creating a name like Apple. Let me copy this. Okay, fine. So Apple, this I'm writing in one row. I'm writing the names of fruits like mango, like papaya. In another row, I am writing the name of animals like giraffe, lion, tiger. So we have created a table. Oh, let's just remove this. Okay, keep it. I'm giving a space. Fine. I'm refreshing this. So, so you can see a type of table is being created. Now, the arrangement, since there are no lines, so you are getting confused with the type of arrangements. But the but this is a simple table that has been created. Now you can add lines with the help of CSS. So that is some other thing that we will do later. Now, okay. So now, whenever you are writing a table, so there is always a heading. So in HTML also you can create a heading inside a table by using the tag th. So since the heading is present inside a row, we have to enclose this heading tag inside a row tag. Then we have to write a heading. So since there are 3 columns, we have to write 3 heading. So let's say column 1, column 2, and column 3. Now I am refreshing this page. So you can see that the heading has been highlighted, and a new table is being created. So this is how the table in HTML works. So this was the basic concept of some HTML tags, or you can say HTML codes. Now I am going to tell you the last tag that comes to my mind is image tag and video tag. So suppose I want to add some image in my website. So how can I do that? So let create another division tag. Inside a division tag, I am creating a class. The class name is let's say image. Now for creating the image, I have to, in HTML, the image is being provided by a tag named as img. Now inside the image, we are having an attribute named as source, which generally refers the path where the image is present. And then let me enclose this. Of Fine. Now let me copy an image. Um, let's say image. Let's say I want to copy this image. One second. copy image address, and I am pasting it here. Fine. Now I am saving it. So you can see the image is being created inside the division tag. Now this image tag is having a number of attributes. Like suppose, uh, like maybe after some days, someday this path is not present. Maybe someone remove that image from the web. So at that point of time, the image will not be shown in our website since we are copying the same path of that image. The image will be not be present in the website. So at that point of time, what we can show that yes, there was some image and this type of image were present. So the image in HTML provides an alternative attribute. So for that we are using alt, and we can write the type of image that was present here. Let's say its type is scenery, and I am saving it. Now suppose I am doing some changes in the path. Okay, I am refreshing this. One second. Oh, sorry. Um, so you can see the image is not here because I have changed the path. But you can see a name is being referred here, which says scenery, because this shows that what type of image was present here. Now the other attributes that are present in image tag, let me just remove it. Okay, fine. um Removing this path. Okay, the other type of yeah, attributes that are present inside the image tag are the width and the height that we want to set the image. So width, let's say I am setting this to 20 pixel, and height I am setting this to 30 pixel, and I'm saving it. Now see the change. Oh, so you can see that how the length and the dimension of that image changes. So this is the this is the way you can change the dimension of the image with the help of width and the height attribute inside the image tag. Now the last tag that comes in my mind is the ID tag. Now what is ID tag? Oh, sorry. So ID is not a tag, it's just the attribute, like the class. So in theoretical concept, we can say that ID is the subclass of a class attribute. Like inside a single class, we can have a number of ID. So it's just a theoretical concept, just to make the programmer more just to make the programmer more familiar about the concepts of HTML and while building the website. So for that, for how we are going to write the ID tag in the similar way as we did in class. So class name is first, and let's say the ID name is first ID. We can also have the same name as class name. So just you can add anything like that. And if we just refresh my page, You can see nothing is being changed. So this was just the basic concepts of HTML to make you familiar how to write the HTML codes, and make you more familiar with attributes and the tags. Now we will move